911. Where's the emergency?
I have no idea where I'm at. My name is Stefan, someone that supposedly killed 2 people in the robbery. Ma'am, I have no idea where I'm at. My phone's on 2%, it's about to die. I'm at a 7-Eleven. They're about to drive by the house where he supposedly killed these people. Listen to me. My name is...
That's crazy.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
are you there by yourself now?
I don't want to let you in. I'm scared.
Okay, you didn't answer my question, ma'am.
Is that it? No way.
St. Cloud Police Department, this line is recorded. How may I help you?
Yeah, hi, this is Operator 80 with the Sheriff's Office, Osceola. I just got a 911 cell phone disconnect from a woman who said she didn't know where she was, and then she said she was at a 7-Eleven. For her coordinates, she's at the 7-Eleven off of East 192 and Hickory Tree Road at that corner. And she was,
Okay.
She said that her name is, that she was, that someone by the name of took her there, and that they were on their way to a place where they had killed 2 people. And then she repeated the same thing. Oh, yeah, she repeated the same thing again, and then she disconnected. And then she did.
Oh, so right now, they think it's a prank call or something. That's what I'm picking up. These 2 dispatchers, officers, whatever, they think that lady was just playing around, playing a prank on them.
Answer.
Okay, what's the number?
The number is.
Okay. All right, what was her name again? Sorry.
She said her name was.
Is the one who brought her there. And she just kept repeating it?
Yeah,
Did she sound like drunk or anything?
She sounded dramatic, but you know.
Wow.
Okay, we will send somebody out there, and then I'll try calling the number.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
On July 10th, 2018, at approximately 1 a.m., police received a 911 call from a distraught female claiming to have information about a possible double homicide. The female claimed to be currently located at a 7-Eleven with their boyfriend. The couple then met with a male named Federico Gondola, a friend they have known since high school. The female claimed Federico called her boyfriend demanding they meet at the 7-Eleven. He then told the couple how he found explicit content on his employer's computer, then attempted to blackmail them. He stated after telling his employers of his intention, the employer then reached for his gun, where things would take a fatal turn. He also stated since his employer's wife was present, she too was killed in the process. The anonymous female claimed Federico wanted the couple to help move the body and hide evidence. He also assured them that the security cameras in the house were deactivated days prior. This lead would eventually take police to a residence in Meadow Oak Circle, a house owned by a married couple and their...
And this looks like I don't know, to what I would think, looks like a normal suburban neighborhood. Like, all these houses are like, nice, kept up. Never mind, these are nice houses down. So one of these houses, this stuff happened at. That's crazy.
In their 60s and 70s, named Roosevelt and Janet Dixon. Upon arrival, both Roosevelt and Janet were found with fatal gunshot wounds to their head. Medical examiners stated it seemed the bodies have been there for some time now. Crime scene investigators stated it appeared the person responsible must have personally known the Dixons and had access to the house, as no signs of a struggle was found. Investigators also stated it appeared the Dixons were sitting down eating breakfast the time of their murder. The security cameras was turned off, which coincides with the anonymous female caller's alibi. With this newfound evidence, Federico was detained and taken into custody.
So, before we start, I'm just looking at your background. So, this isn't your first time that you've ever talked to the police, correct?
No.
So you know how the system works. We have to read you your Miranda rights. To that whole process.
Okay.
Okay? Do you understand Miranda?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to read it anyway. If you have any questions on it, feel free to ask.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so you said that you kind of had an idea, right, why we're here?
Yeah. The guy called me. He was asking me a lot of questions.
So who's the guy that called you? You said someone called you.
It was a detective Ortiz, if I'm not mistaken.
And what was your conversation with him?
Just asking me a couple of questions about a guy I know that I provided service for, and that was it.
What did he ask you?
If I was in Florida, if I knew if he had hatred towards somebody or something like that, or if he had any upgoing issues, and who was in charge of the home and things like that.
All right, let's go back a little bit then. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
The beginning of the interrogation, the detective on the right takes an abnormal approach, throwing rapport development by the wayside. The detective realizes his chronological mistake and decides to start over.
Okay. As far as...
Where are you from originally?
I'm Panama.
From Panama?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
Different places. My father was military. I lived in El Paso, Texas on a military base, Georgia, New York, Jersey.
Oh, what part of New York?
Queens.
What part of Jersey?
Alright, so we stayed in, it was West Berlin,
Is he lying?
and then we stayed in Somerdale.
The detective purposely poses a question he knows the definite answer to. Police will do this 90% of the time in order to see if the suspect will be truthful.
So he got his ass?
A notable moment not keen to many, Queens is one of 5 boroughs that actually create New York City. Within Queens, there is one location similar to what Federico was going to say, Springfield. Somerdale and West Berlin aren't actually places in Queens nor New York City. The detective appears confused for a second, as he probably were expecting a different response.
And you said Queens.
Yeah, Queens for New York.
Okay.
Did he say or New York?
Going back to this conversation you had with that detective. Who was this guy he was asking you about?
Mr. Roosevelt.
Mr. Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Who's he?
Guy I provided service for.
Oh, shit. What kind of service? I mean, that's
well, with him, it was always something different. You know, his computer's messed up, or his wife's laptop is, something, or whatever, really. I would say his microwave, whatever.
How'd you end up meeting him?
Could have been word of mouth. This was a while ago. When I originally first got out here, I was talking to so much people trying to get, things off the ground. It would either have to be a flyer or word of mouth.
So how long you been working for him?
Off and on. I probably met him when I first came down here too. So I really don't know exactly how much times I've worked for him, but it's been off and on, spread out throughout the years. Yeah.
So the last 3 years you've kind of been going over there and computer work and microwave and.
I helped him out with. I was trying to help him out with the CVS thing, but.
So you heard what happened to him, right?
No.
No?
Everybody keeps telling me about the incident.
What are they telling you?
Ortiz said there was an incident. Have I heard something? I caught that. He said, have you heard of an incident in the last few weeks? And I said, no. And I said, is everything okay, He said he's sorry to tell me that he passed away. And
No, he didn't. He passed away.
Huh?
No, he did. He passed away.
Yeah, I got that, but the questioning seemed kind of weird, though, because he asked me if I knew of anybody he may have had.
But that's
problem with.
That's a general question that we
Right.
ask every single person that we talk
Let's
to
see if the
who ever
captions work,
associated
too.
with someone.
I don't know why the speakers are so bad.
So because I wasn't there,
Mm.
what was your answer?
I told him no.
Alright, they're working.
No?
Yeah, I told him no.
Okay. I'm sorry, let me shift this back because I was asking you, that's your girlfriend's house out there, right? I saw a bunch of cars in that driveway.
3 vehicles.
Whose vehicles are
That's
those?
it.
All right, so her brother is currently staying with her, his wife, and his kids.
No, I'm not gonna.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Okay. What you want to know?
Your background. Grew up in New York. Went to school in New York, right?
Yeah.
What'd you do after that?
Well, from beginning to end?
Let's see if he's truthful, because I feel like the detective already knows like most of the stuff. He's looking for keywords. So he's looking to see if he's going to tell him that. Let's see.
Tell me everything, but highlight it.
Well, after school, I pretty much was in a GED program. I ended up getting arrested, you know, and
What?
bank robbery.
Up there in New York or somewhere else?
This dude robbed a bank?
Arrested, you know, and
What?
bank robbery.
This dude robbed a bank? That's crazy. Oh yeah, so the cop was definitely looking for that. He said for bank robbery.
Up there in New York or somewhere else?
New York.
Yeah.
I did my time, came home. I started working for a company named Warsaw in Brooklyn. Then I moved to Jersey. I got married in Jersey. Had 2 kids in Jersey. What else?
Let's see.
It's just worked out there.
Are your kids still in Jersey? Or are they down here?
They're in Philadelphia.
Oh, they're in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
How old are they now?
11 and 9.
So, why are we here?
I don't know, but I don't know.
No. You still don't know?
I don't know, but I don't know. No. What the fuck? What did he say?
I don't know, but I don't know.
No.
I don't know what the fuck.
You
he
still
said.
don't know?
No.
No. I'm really interested in your relationship with Mr. Roosevelt.
Okay.
I think there was a little more to your relationship with him than what you tell him.
What do you mean? It was just service calls and that was it, really.
That was it?
Yeah, I mean, he likes to call everybody his friend, you know, friend, but any time we ever spoke, you know, it was mainly about just service, that's all.
Wait, was the other cop there the whole time? Or oh wait, what the fuck? Or did he just walk into the room?
Friend, you know, friend, but any time we ever spoke, you know, it was mainly about just service, that's all.
You mean to tell me that in the 3 years you've been working, doing what you do, you can't recall how many times you went to his house?
That's a rough question, man. I really can't.
Was that many?
It had to have been because I really can't. Like I said, when people call, I drop by, you know, if I can make it, I'll make it. If I can't, I'll reschedule. He usually texts me everything, so I probably have a stream of, you know, oh no, but I did switch phones. But
How long have you got this one you got now?
the iPhone, it's an older iPhone. I just used it.
Who said you switched phones.
Yeah, I had a HTC before. But the iPhone I
Well, I
bought,
said HTC.
I dropped it. It wasn't responding on the screen, so I had to swap it.
What was this?
I really don't remember that. I'm trying to remember when I got the iPhone.
A year ago?
No.
6 months ago?
A few months back, yeah.
Two months back? Two?
I would say more than 2. I've been using it more than 2 months, definitely.
Okay.
Alright.
Police will often ask these simple questions to determine whether a suspect is being
Is
deceptive
lying or
or not. Besides Federico switching phones days after the crime took place, logically speaking, if someone...
Wait, what? He switched phones after the deaths happened? Is that what the commentator's saying? Is that he switched phones after the death? And he lied right there?
to determine whether a suspect is being deceptive or not. Besides Federico switching phones days after the crime took place, logically speaking, if someone visited a location less than 5 times, they would specifically remember only going there a few times. If a person visited a location more than 10 times, they wouldn't be able to accurately recall how many times they visited said location. This subtly correlates to the scenario as no signs of a struggle were evaluated at the crime scene. In other words, the suspect had to have been able to enter and exit the house comfortably without raising any alarms.
Yeah, like he was already cool with the homeowner because they've already have had multiple interactions. So he was probably like, yeah, Federico, come in, you know, what's up, what's good? And then Federico said, well, actually, I don't know how he died. Listen.
But you can tell me while we're here.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Yeah.
You should probably already have a clue.
Yeah, Federico.
Because you know him. He's dead. And you're here.
Okay.
Getting the picture? Yeah. No.
Alright, now he's just playing stupid. Like, if you're an innocent man, in some way, shape, or form, you would be like, that wasn't me. Like, you got the wrong guy. But he's like, no, I don't even know what you're talking about. He's dead. I knew him multiple times. And I'm being brought in for questioning with handcuffs and restraints. I don't know what's going on. Like, at least be straight up, be like, do y'all think it was me? Like, this is just, I don't know. It looks deceptive.
Are you involved in any way with that?
No.
No? I think that's what he's trying to ask.
No.
Despite the subtle accusations hinted by detectives, Federico appears to genuinely not understand what the detectives are implying or is pretending to disassociate altogether.
That's what I'm saying. He's acting stupid. He's like, not even there. He thinks it'll work with these detectives, but it's not. It's just not. They can see through it, and of course I can see through it with hindsight. But they can definitely see through it. Look at his eyes. Look at these right here. Dead eye. Alright.
Leaving detectives to ask him directly of his involvement. It's safe to say, Federico's one-worded response was way too calm for a couple whom he've worked for almost 3 years.
And I'm guessing you know the layout of the house? Because obviously you've been in there.
Yeah, I've been there. It's just really open.
It's an open concept?
Yeah, it's like really open, yeah.
I don't know that family too well, right? But did he invite you inside and offer you anything when you go there?
Well, when I go there, I'm normally, for service, I'm inside. I don't do outside work at all.
What areas of the house do you get to go to?
Well, I've been in his office. I've been at the dining room table working on his,
Wait, I don't think I caught before what he did. Like, what type of work he does.
his wife's laptop.
Okay.
I've been in his garage.
Okay.
And I've used the restroom there before.
Do you
and the restaurant.
are you able to like um, see the websites that maybe he's going into that's maybe giving him a virus or something?
Yeah, history.
Have you noticed something like, hey, you shouldn't be going to this website because it gives you viruses? Did you notice any, I guess, irregular stuff that would cause a virus or damage to the computer?
I don't know what he's getting at. I kind of hope the commentator, like, gives detail on what he's talking about. I don't get why he's bringing up the virus stuff or history. I really don't get that. Unless he's just trying to throw in extra questions to throw him off, get him thinking more. I don't know. Yeah.
Computer?
No.
Okay, so it wasn't his history then that was giving him problems?
Honestly, I cannot tell you where he used to get these viruses from. I really don't know where he browsed, but I know that he always would have like a virus issue. And
So when you went into his history, you couldn't see?
well, I didn't go into his history. I tend to not go into people's history.
He just said he would go into people's history to look at the virus, see what viruses they get. I'm sorry for cutting this dude off, but he just said that he goes into he goes into history to see what websites they've been to see if he can see what viruses they got. But now he's saying, I tend not to go into people's history. Contradicting already in just like a minute.
The detective out of frame once again does a great job wording his questions to dissect information from Federico, but loses the suspect's confession as soon as his partner interjects with a dramatic change in intonation.
So you never seen what the type of websites he used to go on?
No. Can't do it. It's not good for me. I don't need to know. I just, all I need to do is make sure that he's virus free, keep an ad blocker on there, and just educate him on what not to do in case he gets any, like, notifications or things like that.
I find that funny because I think you kind of have to, you can't avoid not seeing the history. I know the kind of history he had on his computer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, porn?
And I think you do too.
No. I mean, if you open it, you're going to see, like, whatever the person's doing at the moment, but, like, I don't go to the history tab and go searching through your history, like.
Did he not?
I'm still trying to figure out what's this situation, like, what happened to him, and.
He's dead.
I understand this. You have said this, but.
What else is to say? I mean, he's dead.
Federico has now been told for the second time his former employer that he'd worked for has been murdered. Not once does he ask how does he die.
Just trying to figure out if he had anything in his computer that he may or may not should have. Like.
Wait, so did... Oh, I didn't even think about that. He didn't even tell him how he died. I thought he already knew that he got murdered. Damn, that's crazy. Alright.
And last time I checked, like I said, I'm not a computer genius, but like I know, like I heard that if you go to websites, you could get viruses. I also heard that if you like download stuff, there's a potential to get viruses.
Yeah, that's
so
common.
I think we're asking you if there was anything that, like I said, we don't know the gentleman like you know him. Did he have anything in his computer that he probably shouldn't have had? I mean, you got to play with both of their computers.
Yeah, as far as should not have, I don't think so. I wouldn't believe so. He didn't seem like he would have something he shouldn't have.
Did you notice his house? If it was modernized, if it was where you can control everything on your phone.
Smart.
What do you call those?
Like a smart home?
Yes, exactly.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've never seen him control anything in the house off his phone.
And nothing was hooked up to his computer?
His computer, hold on.
Oh, what if the victim had smart locks on the house or on the garage door, and this dude Federico here stole that dude's passwords. And this dude's insinuating that, like, what if he stole his passwords and he got in the house by using the smart home key, if you know what I'm saying. The house. Yeah.
He has a computer, a printer.
Okay.
He has a monitor.
Okay.
He has a cable box, I believe, or a router, and that was it. Only thing hooked up around his computer.
So, home wasn't smart. That you could recall.
No, I never seen him control anything off his phone. That's like you could dim your lights and turn stuff off and on. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, I never seen that before.
At least in his house you didn't see that.
Well, I never see. I mean, you can't really tell until you actually see somebody using it. I never seen him actually use any of those features.
Did you notice anything else around his house, on the outside of his house?
He has cameras.
No.
Oh yeah, I forgot he did.
You notice the security cameras he had?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Smart home.
I thought. I'm thinking you talking about.
No, outside.
Mm.
He ever have you work on those?
No.
Detectives inquire further into Federico's access to every electronic equipment he worked on. As reports stated, the 3 surveillance cameras inside and around Roosevelt's house were temporarily disabled the night of the murders. Detectives leave the room for the first time and re-enter with their initial first approach.
Alright, Rico. I'll be straight up with you. Dude, I think you're a really nice guy, you know, and I think you have,
You're
it
lying.
seems like a good sense of humor. Because for us, especially for me, I think it's important in this job for us to have kind of a sense of humor, because you know what we do for a living, right?
Yeah.
Right. Do you remember probably about halfway into our conversation, I started asking you about his house and his computer, and smart home and stuff like that. So, when you did work for him, you did it on his computer.
Yeah.
I told you that I saw his computer, and I saw what was in that computer.
What was
When
in
we talk
that?
about history,
Porn.
I saw his history, and I saw the shit that he was doing.
What was he doing?
He was doing some pretty nasty stuff that, in this, besides.
What? Did I get this right? What? Wait. So was this dude actually a vigilante? What the fuck did he have on his computer? He was doing some pretty nasty stuff. Was he like on the dark web? Like in the red room or some shit? I need to know.
Besides homicide, that'd be the second worst thing.
No. Wait. Nah, what the fuck? I'm thinking he's talking about, like, child blank. But nah, I think, like, child is the worst thing, like child endangerment. That's the worst thing. Over even homicide. Or if it's to an adult, because adults can defend themselves. Children can't. I don't know. I feel like that's what he's getting at, but you know, I don't want to say it. I feel like that's what he's insinuating, though.
Thing a person can do, and it was on his computer, and I think you saw that. So you did work in his house.
Yes.
You saw the monitor. You saw that he had a surveillance system in his house.
Yeah, the monitor right above his computer.
Then you saw the camera system.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you understand, being a computer guy, how this stuff is stored, right? You say
Yeah.
What do you mean
Like stored, like
Typically means yes.
set up and stuff.
Set up, memory. So you're familiar with that?
Yeah, everything pretty much has memory. Yeah.
Right.
This is an interesting look into Federico's psychology, as he's been challenged about his verbal reciprocation for the very first time.
Oh, yeah.
Humans
That's what he's
often
doing.
agree with the short, soft-spoken words such as, right, or yeah, during conversations to allow the opposite person to know they're being reciprocated. But in this case, Federico's non-stop responses with no elaboration or detail is most certainly a peculiarity.
I mean, with hindsight, yeah, but some people are just to themselves.
You went to fix his computer.
Uh-huh.
I know you saw
Or
the
like,
child porn.
rather with short answers.
Child.
Holy fuck! No, I was fucking right.
Fix his computer.
No way.
I know you saw the
Bro.
child porn on that computer.
Bro. No fucking way. Wait, where's this dude? Bro. So this dude was a vigilante. Federico. Alright, Federico. I'm gonna hear you out. I understand where you're coming from. This right here is the worst thing. I would say above homicide. They can't defend themselves. That's all I gotta say. Federico, I'm gonna hear you out.
Child porn? No. I never seen child porn on this computer.
Alright, I feel like he's just saying that way, like, because if he says he's seen it, then obviously he's contradicting himself from earlier, saying he doesn't look at his history. And seeing the child porn would also give him a motive, or give the police a motive for, like, the murder.
Really?
Never.
Really? So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever discuss the stuff he used to do with friends of yours?
What?
I have nothing to do with this.
Okay, let me tell you this. I'm not gonna play all my cards, but check this out. Some of the stuff we find out, I can tell you right now. I know what you were driving. Okay.
He knows he's fucked. Look at his face.
On the right, there's a 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. I remember I went there one day because my friend, he needed gas. He came down.
What kind of gas?
And I gave him some gas money.
What friend was that?
Some exotic?
My friend in, what is he at now? Titusville, I think it's called.
Well, no, but what's your boy's name? So he came, he met you at 7-Eleven because what?
He needed some gas. He was going through some hard times and he needed gas money to go back and forth to work.
So he drove from Cocoa
Yeah.
to that 7-Eleven so you can give him some gas.
Yeah, he had to go to work the next day. He came with his girlfriend, I believe, and he needed some gas money.
What's the girl's name?
Alright,
I don't know his
respect it if it's
girlfriend at
true.
all.
What did you say his last name?
Gotta help out the homies.
So I guess a reasonable person would say, my man drove from Cocoa to there so you can give him some gas.
Yep, and he told me it was only like a 40-minute ride. He just needed some gas. He needed to make sure he got to work.
That's an 80-mile round trip.
Yeah.
Alright, 80 miles, let's see. If he had, let's say, like a normal car that gets, like, let's just say, for example, 20 miles a gallon, 4 gallons. At this time, gas is probably like, I don't even fucking know, $1.80. I don't even want to say. Let's say $1.80 times 4. That's $7.20. So if this dude's giving him, like, let's say he's being generous. Let's just say 40 for gas, cause he's his friend, you know. That's gonna give him some good mileage. So that's like worth it. That's worth it.
To get gas that he's gonna need to get to work.
Yes.
That don't make no sense.
Hey, listen. I'm telling you, he came for gas. I gave him the money. Matter of fact, he actually gassed up right there at that gas station. Yeah.
Another noteworthy moment has transpired yet again, giving us another look into Federico's thought process and neurological psychology. To simply put it into perspective, let's take a closer look at the difference between a statement he just claimed to be true and the denial of a direct question regarding the death of his employer.
Wait, so he lied or what?
That don't make no sense.
Hey, listen. I'm telling you, he came for gas. I gave him the money. Matter of fact,
so he's
he actually gassed up right there
like stating facts in this.
at that gas station. Yeah.
And back then,
Are you involved in any way with that?
No.
No?
He's
I
short.
think that's what he's trying to ask.
No.
No.
Though one seems more genuine than the other, it isn't completely abnormal, as previous cases shows people with mental disorders will often show a lack of empathy or remorse in various situations.
Do you remember what time you gave him gas?
Yeah, it was late.
It was
What's
like
late?
11:27.
Real late. It could have been midnight, after midnight.
Fuck,
How much
that's
you
close.
gave him?
I gave him about 40, 50 bucks.
You don't know how much you gave him?
I fucking knew it. That's the homie right there. He hooked him up. Homeboy needed gas. He's like, look, bro, I got you. Don't even worry about it. It's 40, 50 bucks. You know what? Just helping him out. 40, 50 bucks can get you a lot of gas. Like, yeah, like what I said. Like, if you're wasting like at most 10 bucks gas to get there and back, you're gonna be good to go to work for the week if you're not working far, and then like, you'll be good. Like, if he's telling the truth, bro, he's all right.
About 40, yeah, about 40, 50
Was
bucks.
it cash?
Yes.
But was it out of the kindness of your heart that you called him to offer the gas, or did he call you asking?
Oh, no. I might have contacted him and told him, you know, if you still need gas or something like that, you know, you can come on down. Because he's a late person, you know, he works nights. He gets off around like 11. And, yeah.
So you called to offer up gas money.
Honestly, I can't remember the whole situation, but
Yeah, sometimes you know when homies are struggling, so you know, you're just like, you know, I got you, bro, if you need it. I believe him on this part just cause like, I know what he's talking about.
I did meet him there to give him gas.
So you tell me that you gave him gas, you guys bullshitted, he got gas, took off, you went back to
Yeah.
the house. You did not go back to the house. I know for a fact you didn't go back to the house.
Oh, he's about to pick him apart.
Now listen, Rico, listen to me.
Mm.
You're not here just because we're trying to pin this shit on you. You're here because we know that you did it.
Oh,
Because ultimately, for me, you know I'm going home at some point today.
that's fucked up.
Right?
That's mental. That's mental game.
And chances are that you're not.
That's mental right there.
Me?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Me? Yeah. What the fuck?
Me?
Yeah.
This is not good. I didn't do anything. I did not do anything.
Your phone. You said there was phone calls, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help out a little bit. Did you delete everything, or you still have it?
No, I didn't delete anything.
So the phone calls will probably help you out in this matter then a little bit more.
But here's the problem. I don't know if you use iPhone. Once you get to a certain thing on your recent history, it goes away.
It goes
You
away.
have to, I don't know how much history, but after a certain, like if you'll notice,
I didn't know that.
if you look at iPhone history, you'll only see like the last few recent days.
Okay. So like you drive that car, I guess,
Yeah.
your mom,
Which car?
the one that was rented that you talked about.
Yeah.
Did anybody else drive that car?
Maybe my mother one time.
Does your mom know where Mr. Roosevelt lives at?
No.
Who knows where Mr. Roosevelt lives at besides you?
I know just me, really.
So
Knew it.
you being a driver of that vehicle, you're the only one that knows where Mr. Roosevelt is at. And there's every indication that that vehicle was there. How can you explain that?
How can you explain that, Frederick?
Dude, that's going to be defense for everything I don't know. I don't know. Rico, I really don't think you understand this. Okay, and I'm telling you, I don't think you understand this.
Federico.
Okay, there's a difference of what you're looking at. There's a huge difference between.
All right, so I feel like we all know that Rico did it. He did it because he found the CP on old dude's computer, and I understand it. Not the old man. I understand Rico killing him, but it's just illegal. So of course you're gonna have to lay down for doing it if you get caught. Like, I feel like he knows it. I mean, of course he knows it's bad, but at the end of the day, he has to do his job. And at the end of the day, he did kill him. You know?
I'll say it again. Premeditation.
But if I was president, you know, and he's telling the truth, he actually did have CP, he's free. Let him walk.
And then something else happened. That's why you're sitting in that chair right now, my man.
I hear what you're saying.
Because I think, no, I took back. I know
Getting close.
that I could develop
Look, he's in between his legs.
on you.
The detective on the right continues with the same confrontational approach. He references back to premeditated murder as, in the state of Florida, if one is charged with first-degree murder, the charge can vary from life in prison without the possibility of parole to the death sentence. The detective will use this as leverage, though, based off the suspect's verbal communication, it's safe to say Federico doesn't know the ramifications of the accusations before him.
But
That's fair.
listen, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'll be straight up with you. And I don't owe anything at all. You know, I don't know him. You know, but I know a little bit about him, and I know he's done some stuff too. He's had issues in the past. Now you're saying that he's having issues now. Are you talking about financial, personal, or what?
To me, it kind of looked like
I thought he was talking about the old dude. I think he's talking about his friend.
he's using drugs right now.
So now he's
Does he
like,
know
he's
Mr.
using
Roosevelt?
drugs.
No, I don't think so.
You know, does he know anything about him?
No, I don't think
Have
so.
you ever talked to him about Mr. Roosevelt?
I don't think so, no.
No.
That's a good answer.
At all, period.
He didn't say a definite no.
Do not think so.
No? Okay. So, dude, man, let me tell you.
Fuck no, bro. I would have been like, get your fucking hand off me, you fucking... Look at this spot right here. There's a fucking death grip on my man's shoulder right here.
I got an arrest warrant for you.
And he's
Charged
reaching.
with murder.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
And guess what? The opportunity was there, my man. The opportunity was there. So, based on all
I
this stuff.
didn't murder nobody, though. I wouldn't murder nobody. I did not murder. I would not take a life.
How about two?
Oh,
What?
I forgot he fucking killed the
How
wife.
about two?
To what?
Wait. No, I'm thinking of... Wait, am I thinking of this case? Because I watched another one of these last night. I don't remember if it was the one I watched last night or this one. Where he shot the lady whenever she was running to her kid's room. But she survived. Let me see.
Two people.
2 lives of innocent ass, old, law-abiding,
No, they-
God-fearing people.
I would not.
I need you to explain that day a little bit better than...
This is terrible.
He can't even touch
You
his
will
face.
never forget that day ever. No matter what I say, what we do, that day is going to be imprinted like a timestamp in your brain
I would have
and
been
in
like,
your
what day? What the
heart
fuck are you talking
July
about?
9th.
forever. Forever. And when you might be confused because it was late, but it's going to be that day, hours before you met up with, so I can refresh your memory even more.
What?
That day, you're never going to forget. You know exactly what happened, when it happened. You know more detail than anyone could imagine. You made a decision that day to do something. It's clear and day. Where you messed up was, you didn't track your steps that well.
What steps? What are you talking about?
I already had told you. I will repeat it, okay? I could repeat it. A, your phone.
Ooh. B.
Alright? Your phone is timestamped for every little thing you do.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. That's your phone. Nobody else's phone. The vehicle that you drove. That's timestamped. Only you know where Mr. Roosevelt lives. Camera system. That's timestamped. Which is awesome. Meeting locations, phone calls. I could go on and on. I'm not going to tell you that. The idea is to get the story from you.
I have no story.
Because it boils down to this. All that he says boils down to one freaking...
They just played that slow cop, fast cop. You heard that? The other cop had like a, a little slow tempo approach. This dude said, yeah. Hit his hand and everything. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, it's gonna work though. Look, he's about to confess right here.
Because it boils down to this. All that he says boils down to one freaking thing that I said already. It boils down to you plan this hard freaking cold-hearted murder, or your intentions were something else. Something went wrong that day, and them two ended up dead.
That's the one I think. But
I'm telling you, the way that you're acting, your answers compared to what we've told you, and we've told you more than we normally tell people. We don't have to do that. Everything comes back to the fact that you're a freaking freaking cold killer.
No.
You're a freaking stone killer. What the fuck? The way he said that was so funny. You're a freaking stone cold. I forgot what the fuck he said.
To the fact that you're a freaking freaking cold killer.
Yeah, I like that quote. You're a freaking freaking cold killer.
No.
And you know who's gonna see that, right? You know who's gonna ultimately see that? Everybody.
But I'm not. I wouldn't do something like that.
The world.
I wouldn't do something like that. You can't say that.
I just said it. And you know what? I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it.
He's gonna prove it.
I did not do anything like that.
Is there going to be anything in that house that is going to support you or support us?
Oh, and
I don't know what you mean.
What I'm saying is that is there anything in that house that A, perhaps doesn't belong to you, B, that there's something in that house that you have might have used or touched during this incident?
What the hell are they fucking talking about?
I mean, I could keep going.
The crime scene or his house?
What if there's stuff in your house that belongs to Mr.
Oh, his
Roosevelt?
house, okay.
Is that possible?
Like money or porn?
Okay. I guess we have to go baby steps or whatever. I really don't know. We have to go baby steps, but...
I can tell you, I'm done going baby steps with you.
I understand.
I am. And ultimately, it's a person's decision. It's an individual decision which way we want to take this. Okay? Unfortunately, you're the one in that position, not me. Okay? And you can sit here and say 1,000,000 times, I don't know, wasn't me, but I can prove it. Alright?
I don't like how touchy this dude is. It's weird. I understand they're trying to get a confession, but fuck. Like, first he touched his shoulder, he gripped the fuck out of it, now he like touched like right here on his thigh. That dude's handsy as fuck.
I can prove it.
Like, why?
Alright?
And he like gripped it too.
I don't mean to be rude, right? But this looks bad. Can I see a lawyer, please?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. I want to know, like, what's up? Like, did that dude really have CP on his computer? Like, what the fuck? That's crazy, bro.
On November 22nd, 2018.
I forgot my cat wasn't here. She scared the fuck out of me right now. Alright, let's see what he got to say.
On November 22nd, 2018, Federico was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Damn, they fucked up my boy Rico. Let's see, premeditated murder. Alright. Alright. I wish this shit will move so I can see. Alright, let's see. Say robbery with firearm, burglary with assault or battery. Damn. He would've got life in, without parole for just for this. And then double up with that. And then life with this. Fuck. My boy Rico.
Parole.
So this is what I'm going off the video. This dude had the CP on his phone. I mean on his phone, my bad. On his computer. And then the other dude saw it, maybe, and that's what made him kill him. And he had to kill her because she was a witness. That's what I'm assuming from the video. Does it say anything else? No. Alright, that's gonna be it. Subscribe to this channel. Yeah, thank you.